Well, we got a cold front coming through. You know what that means in South Louisiana? Gumbo weather. I'm gonna show you my ingredients. We're gonna make a good gumbo, and we're gonna smoke some thighs on the Rectech grill. I'll show you what our ingredients are. We have our Holy Trinity right here. I'll cut that up in a second. We have Tabasco, gumbo filet, cayenne pepper. We also have a great combination, pecan, cherry, and post oak. Wonderful smoke flavor. Oh, I love that sound. All right, when you cook a gumbo, it takes a while, so might as well cook enough. It freezes real well. You make a pack for your family. You pull it out for that night, and you're ready to go. So I have quite a few chicken thighs right here. I'm gonna season them up before I put them on the grill. I got some Worcestershire sauce. I'm gonna put a little bit on my chicken. Gonna spread it out on there. I'm using black pepper, salt, and garlic. Keeping it very simple. Trying to get enough on that outside so that smoker will give it a nice little crusty look on the outside and give it a whole lot of flavor. Turn it around. Put a little bit more Worcestershire sauce on these. And this is 60% ground black pepper, 30% kosher salt, and 10% granulated garlic. So it's not too salty. So you got to check your gumbo at the end. You do a lot of taste tests until you get it just perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and finish seasoning all this up, and we'll get back to you. Now that I have my chicken all seasoned, I'm going to put it out on the grill. We're going to smoke it for 45 minutes at 180 degrees, which is extreme smoke on the Rectech grill. And then I'll bring it up to 250 until I get an internal temperature around 150, 155. And we'll go ahead and pull it. Let it rest for about 20-30 minutes. Then I'll pull it apart and get it inside the gumbo. It'll finish cooking inside the gumbo. So, oh my God, the smoke flavor in this gumbo is going to be amazing. I'm not going to save the drippings from it because I don't want all of that fat inside of my gumbo. Trying to watch my cholesterol, but I'm telling you, you're not missing out. This is a great way to cook a gumbo. Let's give it a look. We're going to go ahead and put the probes in. They go straight to my Rectech, and then it comes over my phone where I can watch it. But I'm going to put a probe on the right side and on the left side because both sides have a different temperature. One cooks a little hotter than the other. So the right side is the one that cooks hotter than the left. All right, all the information I have is right here. I don't need to open the lid to check on the meat. I see what the temperature is. I'm going to bring it to 150, so there's no need to open the grill. I had it set on extreme smoke for 45 minutes. I'm going to push it up to 250 now until the meat gets to 150, and I'm going to pull it. All right, so we have the Cajun Holy Trinity ready to go. We have garlic, celery, onions, parsley, and bell pepper. As you can see, I coated the bottom with olive oil. I'm gonna go ahead and put my 2 bell peppers in there. My 3 small onions. My whole garlic. 3 stalks of celery. And I'm going to take a handful of parsley and I'm going to get that down in there. And my set pepper, salt, and garlic mixture. Get some seasoning started. A little bit of Tabasco sauce. And a pinch of red pepper, cayenne pepper. And we're gonna stir that around until it becomes really soft and translucent, all of my vegetables. I do my gumbo a little different. I use the Tony Chachere's roux. Instead of making a roux out of oil and flour, I have high cholesterol, and I've been doing it this way for 30 years with Tony's Dry Roux. It makes an amazing gumbo. Just like my meat that I'm smoking outside, I'm letting the fat off of that skin, off of the chicken. Just, I'm not saving it. I don't want it in the pot because I don't need that extra fat. This makes an unbelievable gumbo, and it's pretty healthy. So that's what my goal is to stay healthy and enjoy a wonderful gumbo. We're getting close with the chicken while my onions and bell pepper are heating up. I'm gonna go ahead and check on my chicken since I'm about at 148 degrees on the chicken on the right side. So let's take a look at it. Oh yeah, has a wonderful smoke color to it. This is gonna be great. This is the smoked sausage I'm gonna use today. We placed an order at Walmart and they put this in it by accident, and Broussard sausage is really great, so we're going to use it for today's cook. I'm going to go ahead and prepare my roux. I'm using Tony Chachere's roux. Tony Chachere! I can hear that commercial now. It's an amazing product, and it doesn't have all the oil and the fat in it, so I'm using that. I'm mixing it up real well. I use the whole can of roux. And then I'm just gonna, that's it. I mean, I'm just gonna pour it inside the pot. I went ahead and I pulled my chicken. It was at 150 degrees. They have a bone in it, so I'm gonna pull them apart because I like my chicken with absolutely no bones in my gumbo, and the meat to be torn apart. So I'll do that in just a second. Now that my onions are translucent, I'm gonna go ahead and pour that mixture in there. And I'm gonna bring it up to a ball. Alright, so I have my chicken off the pit now. I'm gonna go ahead and tear them apart. Get them ready for the pot. But they're hot, so I'm gonna wear a white cotton glove, and I'm gonna go ahead and put good plastic gloves on top of it. There we go. So grab them, and I just want to get all that meat off and separate the bone from it. You can see it's very close to being completely cooked, but I mean, with dark meat, they recommend 180. So by the time it finished cooking in the gumbo, it'll be just right. So I have it all pulled apart. I didn't put all the skin skin from the thighs in it. Maybe about 5 or 6 of them. I left the skin on just to give it some flavor. I didn't want all of that fat. But to recap, I pulled it off the pit. I let it rest for about 20 minutes before I started pulling it apart. And I'm fixing to put it inside the gumbo right now. And we'll bring it to a ball and then bring it down and just simmer it. I'm going to cut up all this sausage in 1-inch slices and put it in the pit. It was still frozen, but that's okay. I can cut through it and it'll thaw out once it gets in the water. Smoked sausage is already cooked anyway. So you can see how they're cubed up. They're going in the gumbo right now. Alright, so I'm going to put the rest of my parsley in here. I have that much gumbo filet. If I had more, I would put more, but that's all I have. Which is close to being enough. Just going to stir that around. And then once it gets to a good little boil, a rolling ball, I'll go ahead and put the lid on it and put it on simmer and just let it finish out cooking, and then that's when I'll start tasting it to see if my seasoning is right. But that's it. So simple to make, and it's the best gumbo you're gonna eat. As good as the ones with the old-fashioned roux, I promise you, and a lot more healthier. Alright, it's time to check on it. Check our seasoning. So I'm gonna open it up. We're gonna see. Oh, look at all of that. God, that smells good. Look at that sausage all bubbled up. I'm gonna do a taste test on it. Just to see. See, it still has some of that fat that's come up to the top right there, but what I'm looking for right now is just if I need salt, pepper, Tabasco, just checking it. And yeah, we're gonna need some salt, some pepper, a little bit of pepper. No, we have enough pepper, salt, and Tabasco. And I think this gumbo's good. And I'll cut up some chives, some green onions, and we'll put on top before we serve it. All right. Good old-fashioned Tabasco. Don't tell my wife, she doesn't like it spicy, but I gotta put a little bit of Tabasco in here. Yeah. That was just a little. Don't tell her. Salt. We were a little shy on the salt. Stir that up. Taste test. Oh, yes, that is good. Perfect. Alright, I'm going to let it finish simmering for another hour, and then on very, very low, and then we'll get it ready to serve. Time for a taste test. Perfect. Ça c'est bon, oui. Pour ma mère et mon père, chaque année,